it right out of this wicked black and into bright sand, straight toward the warm sun and into his hands. When I get there, I'll let my feet roll. When I get there, I'll break in your arms, I'll lose control. When I get there, I'll know the answer. Let me know when I get closer.
Hello everyone, welcome to The Finish here at Moritz, and also welcome to the FIL Studio show. My name is Kate and we're happy to join you on day 2. We're just excited. So the weather, a little colder today, which is good. There's some of the track crew walking around, but anytime they get a little camera shy, so I wish I could grab them, but this guy, I think he's one of the old timers that's been here for about 40 years. And then here's one of the young ones. He's going to get camera shy, but I just want to point him out because I'm going to talk about them. You don't have to say anything. I'm talking about you. Okay. He's like, okay, chill. So I was just talking to him, my friend, and I was like, how's the track? How's it looking? Because it looks incredible to me. But yesterday it was kind of melting. It was so warm. And it was, it's like a melting track, which is kind of interesting. So they put up these walls here. I don't know if you'd call these walls, but it's like cloth to kind of help barricade it from the sun and to kind of help it stay cool. So this morning we wake up, it's a little colder today. And I was asking him, he speaks so many languages, but we struggle communicating. I was like, do you get stressed when the track is like melting, I guess? And he's like, there's nothing we can do. I mean, this is the refrigeration is the earth. So yeah, today I think it'll be a little better. I know we've switched around our TV times to move the races earlier so women can have better ice. And then team relay is going to be later today about midday when it's going to be the warmest. And I think it'll hold up. But one kind of fun thing that I think is because it was so slippery yesterday, it was melting yesterday, it has this nice slippery, glistening coat that like we never really get to see at a track because usually it's so frosty. Usually it's like we're like scraping at it, but it's just this like it's just this beautiful track. So I just want to point that out. And then so even here at the finish, like this is all slippery too because this was melting. And I love how they don't really put carpets over it. They're just like, this is it. This is what the track is. So we have some women, they were warming up over here. They get warmed up and they change down here and then they will take the truck up with their sled to get ready because the women are the first race for today. So it's going to be fun racing. And then of course, team Staffel, team relay is going to be later, which is just the most fun. I love it. It's one of my favorite things. So, but a little bit before we jump into the races, we want to show you what it's even like to go down this track. It's one of the most famous tracks in the world. Not a lot of people get the opportunity to get on a sled and to kind of see what it's like. And especially with this track, like not every curve has ceilings to it. It's just like this open air, beautiful track that weaves through. It starts in Moritz, it ends in Celerina. It just weaves through kind of the town and it's just really cool. So we have a POV video. Selina Egla from Team Austria, she walks us through the track. So here's a little bit about it if you've never been down the track before.
Hello, I'm Selina Egler. Today I'm trying my best to explain this track, St. Moritz. So let's go. Here we are at Montesport. We're making at least 5 to 6, 7 pedals. Now we are in Nash. There it's getting really close to the left side. Then into Dixon, there you should let it go. Then it's a long highway till Horseshoe. Horseshoe, it's a really, really difficult curve. I think it's the most difficult part on this track. You have really low speed, so you have to steer right, not too much, not too less. Yeah, we'll see how they get out. That's perfect. Now it's telephone. Sometimes when Horseshoe isn't great, we say that we are calling the telephone because when we are hitting the wall, then we are in Shamrock. Devilsteig, this is a really, really long curve. There you should let it go, gain speed. Then there's a little small curve, nameless. Then we are getting to the 4 right curves, 3, bridge. There you should do plus and minus the same things, and sax. There it's getting really close to the right side. Then Martino, it's a really long curve as well. Parado, it's the last curve, and it's really hard to get out right. Yeah, now we are at the finish, and I hope you enjoyed the ride.
Okay, hello everyone. We're switching it up a little bit because yesterday we were having a 2-way, but this is more fun because we all just get to hang out. Hi. Okay, so Leon's here. Bree, obviously, this is so fun. How are you guys doing? I wish we could switch the camera around and...
I know, the view, we keep talking about it, audibling the view here of the mountains right in front of the booth. And the train goes by during the race.
This is crazy.
Yeah, we've got little go-karts that go around down there. The hot air balloons were landing in front of us.
And the private planes.
And the private planes, of course. Yeah.
Leon, have you slid here before? Like, are you used to this? This is new for me, so I'm enamored, but I feel like...
Yeah, we've been here before a couple of times.
Summer,
so.
it's
pretty
just...
boring.
It's terrible.
It's a pretty nice place.
Yeah.
So how was the track? So you raced yesterday, but I didn't realize you were a track record holder for the day.
Yeah.
So what?
For the whole season, I bet.
Yes, for the whole season. How was the day? How did it go?
That was a Nations Cup, and I had a decent run there. And we had the race at 9 in the morning, so right about when the women start.
Yeah.
So I think that's a good time for having a fast track.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Well, the ice, so I was feeling it. You guys couldn't see, but in my intro, I was talking about how the ice was melting, and now it's like frozen over, and it's like this nice, like, it's not frosty.
No.
Which is crazy.
It's weird. Without refrigeration, it's kind of like just like a cloud-like.
Yeah. It's crazy. Does the ice, so I never slid here, so does it feel different? I don't know if you remember, or like, does it feel totally different than like an artificial track?
Yeah, it does. It does. It feels so much softer.
Really?
It feels like just you go on clouds, and it's not that bumpy, or it's just different.
Yeah. It's crazy because I was talking to one of the track workers, and I'm like, do you guys get stressed? I was trying to explain this, and you should have been talking to him because he's from South Tyrol.
Exactly.
And I was like, my English and anyways, we were trying, and I was like, do you get stressed when the track is melting? And he was like, there's nothing you can do. Like, this is just how it is, but it now has a nice little glaze over. Okay,
yeah.
So anyways, we've got a few minutes to roll feed, but I want to get your take on what you guys think for the women's race coming up.
Yeah, well, we've got an awesome chart here with the overall points. So we've got 2 more races, sprint cups are done. We've got 2 more races here, and things are pretty darn close between Eidberger, Bereiter, for overall titles here. So it's going to be a big race, not just for today and for, being able to claim St. Moritz win, but this is just this long-term battle going back and forth coming to an end.
Wow, it's a whole chart. I don't know if you can even really see it. So who's been sliding well? Like I guess you guys, I don't even know. Like, what do we think? Is this like a shoe-in? Like Germany, they won yesterday. Do we think they're gonna is it just going to be another sweep of a day, or who else has been fast?
I think Davis had the fastest time in the seated training, but the seated training was in the afternoon, so the track was different
right.
than in the morning. So we'll see if she has the same speed as she did in the seated training.
Yeah, it's been really interesting hearing people talk about how hard it is to find your setup here because the track it's a different track every hour. And depending on when you trained and then when you race and even the second heat of the race, the track just continues to change. It's like this live organism.
It's like this petri dish that we have to be careful of. Interesting. Okay, well, I think it'll be fascinating today. I feel like Germany, like, they're so good at switching their setups, like, on the drop of a dime. So, I don't know. We'll have to see. But obviously, I don't know. I think it'd be interesting to see USA up in there to kind of switch it up. But then Egla's been having a seat. She talked about yesterday. Did you get a call for the world feed?
Nope.
2 minutes. Okay. Because I'm checking the clock right there. But I was talking to Egla yesterday, and she was saying how this track can be so frustrating because it's like the setups and she's like, we try and see what the boys are running to see if they're fast, and then we try it. And I don't know, like, how do you, within a team, like, do the Italians do that too? Like, you're trying to see who's running what and what's fastest?
Basically, yes, but I think it's different from the top and from ladies' start, because from the top you have much more pressure in the corners, and therefore maybe you need a little less edge or maybe more edge, I don't know.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, we got a 5-minute warning, so we're good for
you got 5
a bit
minutes
here. That's...
Oh, that's off. We're looking at the world.
Yeah,
so if you can see the booth right now, I know you can only see us from this angle, but they've got 4 screens set up, and they have lots of paper here. And so this is, when you guys hear them on the world feed, this is like a full production situation.
Oh, yeah. We've got a big chart here.
Yeah, all the things.
Notes.
And then Leon's incredible at this. He knows so much about this. Is this your 3rd time in the booth?
My 3rd time, yeah.
How does it feel? Is this a new budding career for you?
I don't know about that, but I like it. I enjoy it.
You like it?
Mm-hmm. I enjoy it a lot, yeah.
Okay, cool. Super cool. So I don't know what's going to happen today. I know Germany was just so dominant yesterday, and I know we always expect them to do well, but I don't know. With the ice being faster today, it really kind of does. I don't know.
It's an interesting track because it's standalone, not just because it's the only non-refrigerated natural track in the world, but it's so, as Leon can attest to, the steering here is so delicate. And you can do your whole run feeling like you barely steered and had a great run and then have a curiously slow down time. So it's one of those tracks that can really get in your head. You know, it's not scary, it's not difficult, but it's difficult in the sense of finding speed, especially in those faster bottom right-hand turns at the bottom.
It's the track that keeps you coming back to the sport, and it's the track that'll make you quit the sport at the same time. What's the hardest curve, do you think, from women's start?
Probably horseshoe.
Horseshoe.
Mm-hmm.
How come?
Yeah.
Just because it's...
Yeah, we don't have a lot of speed, and it's really hard to have the height at the right point and then get out without a wall or without a skid.
Yeah, Toby was explaining this yesterday, just because you're just chilling at the beginning and all of a sudden you get a bunch of height at the end, and if you don't steer through that, I think they were even hook steering in doubles to get through the height on the end, because otherwise it rings the telephone going into telephone.
Which is there still a telephone there? Like, is there still when it's called telephone corner, or was that just a name from back in the day?
Natalie said it's because so many people hit out of horseshoe. My interpretation is that you call your mom, but I don't think that was exactly what she meant.
That's what the athletes.
Yeah,
that's what the athletes.
Yeah, it's definitely like into. Phone home.
Yes,
I want to come home. Come get me.
Funny. Okay, so everyone's gonna be watching out for after horseshoe, which is the third for anyone that doesn't know the names. So it goes 1, 2, 3. It's after the 3rd corner.
Mm-hmm. The long left corner.
Yeah. Okay.
The high corner.
The big one that's omega shaped.
Okay. So then what happens is, I'm going to ask one more question. I'm going to let you guys go. With team relay and the men moving down, how do the men do that?
Did you do a run from lower?
Mm-hmm. I did not.
You didn't want to waste a run?
Yeah, exactly. No, I have no idea how to do it. Maybe we'll see some problems from the men's, but usually, as last year, they didn't have a lot of problems there.
Oh.
That's what Dominic said, so... But.
Well, Dominic's really... We can't go off of what he says because he's elite, so he's on a different level of sliding.
We'll see.
Everything just comes easy to him, I feel. And or maybe that's what makes him so good, because he works so hard.
Probably.
So, okay, you guys get ready. Get all the sheets put all together.
Shuffle papers, look busy. Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Let's have a second date later. They can't see me in the screen anymore. They're just seeing my body. This is so great meeting and chatting, getting to know you guys. We're gonna close the FIL Studio show, getting ready for the women. Really quick, who would you bet to take gold today?
Talbots.
Talbots?
Talbots.
Okay, great. I'm
1 minute.
Oh, yeah. Okay, 1 minute. Bye for the FIL Studio show. We'll see you after the first run. Later. Thanks, Kate.
Okay.
Good morning.
23 Athletinnen haben sich eingeschrieben für dieses Rennen heute, für den World Cup 23. Wie gesagt, gestartet wird ab